This conference will now be recorded.
I'm set. 5 seconds. You're live.
All right. Good evening, everyone. This is the February 14, 2024 meeting of the Auburn Conservation Commission. This meeting is being operated as a hybrid format under Chapter 22 of the Acts of 2022. The public can join the meeting remotely by dialing 408-650-3123 and then using access code 942-845-549. Or you can join via computer at global.gotomeeting.com/join/942-845-549. So all supporting materials for tonight's meeting are available on the town's website and have been provided to the commissioners. The public is encouraged to follow along using the posted agenda. My name is Michael Garland. I'm chairman of the Conservation Commission. And before we begin, let me just confirm that members who are participating tonight are present. So when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Tom Fallon?
Here.
Michelle Colross?
Here.
Jesse Averka?
Here.
Okay. And please note that this meeting is being recorded by Auburn Cable Television. And so, with those formalities out of the way, the first item on our agenda for tonight is 7 p.m. It would be 2:28 at 7 p.m.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Can I have a motion, please?
Make a motion, we continue public hearing to February 28th at 7 p.m.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Michelle?
Aye. Yep, I
Okay.
said aye.
It's a
Sorry,
vote. All right,
I
very
just said it lightly. And I just want to remind all of you that I will not be here for that meeting.
Okay, well, thank you for letting us
Okay,
know.
all right.
Okay. We have a few minutes before the next public hearing, which should give us time to review the meeting minutes for January 10th. Or, I'm sorry, January 10th or January 24th?
24th.
Okay.
I noticed when I went to look at it today, I forgot to change the date up top, but they are the updated minutes from the last meeting. So hopefully that's the only mistake that I made.
Well, if it wasn't, we'll be sure to tell you.
Yes, please do.
Okay. We actually voted on the meeting minutes for January 10th, right?
Yes, we did.
Okay, thank you. Excuse me. I have no, aside from the correct date, I have no amendments to the meeting minutes for January 24th.
Move to accept the meeting minutes for January 24th, 2024 after it's corrected.
I'll second that.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? It's a vote. And we still have a minute.
Oh, did you hear anything from 15? Are we going to talk about that later?
We'll talk about that a bit later.
Okay. The suspense is killing me.
I can tell.
Uh-huh.
I feel like we should play the Jeopardy theme until the next hearing. All right, it being 7:05 p.m., the next item on our agenda, Michael Gavoni, the determination of applicability for property at 705 Oxford Street North to install a new septic leaching field. Is there a motion to open?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
It's a vote. Hi, can you state your name, please?
Raouf Mankaris with Alpha Omega Engineering.
Okay, very good, sir. So tell me about your project.
It's a septic system repair for a field system. It's all the work is outside the 50-foot buffer.
Okay,
A flat grass area, just the field septic is like 20 years old and failed. So it's been replaced almost exactly in the same location. We're removing all the old system, the bad sand, and bringing good material, and we'll just replace it in the same area. Erosion controls will be installed all around the work area and even around the stockpile area. It's just a simple septic repair.
okay.
No trees to be removed from the site.
Okay, so the property was surveyed back in January?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a large one if you like to see.
I'd like to know what the distance is between where the proposed work is and the edge of the wetland area.
The 50-foot buffer is shown right there, so the septic tank is about 60 feet away
Okay,
from the buffer, and it's in the same grass area, almost in the same location as the old septic tank.
all right.
Uh,
I looked at the house on Google Maps.
Yep.
So the field is to the, I'm trying to get my orientation of
Right
where
of the
front
house.
is.
to the right of the house.
Okay, okay. To the right or to the left?
I'm sorry, to the left of the house, I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Do you feel that we need to make a visit to the site?
I'm gonna say no, because I mean, if it's in the same spot, and if it's failing,
Okay. And your representation is that it duplicates the old field
Exactly.
in terms of dimensions?
Almost exactly the same, yeah.
Okay.
We're adding a little bit more, but towards the street, not towards the side of the wetland.
All right. Tom, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. I think if it's in the same footprint.
Okay. When would you start working?
When the open the construction would be in the springtime.
Okay, all right. All right, I have no other comments. Is there anyone here from, in the audience that wishes to comment on this application? Okay, there being no public comment, is there a motion to close?
Make a motion to close the public hearing?
Is there a second?
second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just too damn efficient tonight.
Crazy.
Crazy. Anyway,
You wanna vote on that?
we can vote on it now if you'd like.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's be crazy.
Michelle and Hinch, this is interesting. Is there a motion? Michelle?
So do we have to do the whole thing, or
Well,
can
the
we
question
just?
is, do you want to issue a positive determination or
Oh.
a negative determination?
Negative. I would like to propose a negative determination
Okay.
for
For 705 Oxford Street?
705 Oxford Street.
I'll second that.
All right, is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. It's a vote.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and we still have
Cruising through it.
Yeah,
Love it.
you know.
Very happy.
I think Michelle
Yeah.
will glance after this.
I can remember being in here about 20 years ago during a World Series game. And
I believe I was there at the same time.
You're like, oh, I gotta get out of here.
Actually, I remember that night very clearly because it was that the last game of the Yankees-Red Sox series?
It must have been.
I think it was. Where
Oh,
like Johnny
the 4
Damon.
days in October. Or?
No, this is, they had,
2 a.m.
as you know the story, they had lost the first 3 and then
Yeah,
they
yeah,
won the last
exactly.
4. It was the 7th game, and I think Johnny Damon hit a home run like early on. Anyway, they won the game, and the rest is history, as they
That's
say.
crazy.
I was on my honeymoon when that happened.
That was
I watched
20
every
that
game
was
we
20
were
years ago.
losing, and I came home that Saturday. And
Good
that was
memory,
the first
Scott.
time they won.
Yeah.
All right, so It's now 7:10, so that was a good time filler.
Okay.
The next item on our agenda is Brian McAvoy, notice of intent for property of 400 Southbridge Street to raise an existing commercial building, constructing a new commercial building, parking lot, and associated appurtenances. Is there a motion over?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. It's a vote. Mr. Jordan, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Scott Jordan from Ecotech. I have with me tonight Brian McAvoy from Webster 5 Cent Bank.
Okay.
We have Attorney Steve Myrick. We
How
have
you doing?
Patrick McCarty.
Pleasure, Attorney Marek.
Patrick McCarty, the project engineer.
Okay. So why tear down the old building?
I don't know the answer to that one. Brian's,
For a couple of reasons.
I'm all ears, sir.
One is we utilize less than 30% of the space that's in that building. It's an expensive building to maintain, and it does not work well for the bank.
How long ago was it constructed?
Originally constructed in 1986, Webster 5 took possession in 94 or 95, and has been there ever since.
I understand. All right. So Scott, why don't you just give us an overview of what you're
Sure.
going to do and impacts, et cetera.
Sure. So, I'm sure you're all aware of the site location. It's directly across from the mall. Ecotech was on site a few weeks ago to evaluate the site for wetlands. There's no wetlands on the property. Dark Brook is across the street at
Right.
the mall.
Sure.
So we delineated mean annual high water line, and there's a narrow fringe of BVW that's shown in green here along the stream. 100-foot buffer zone is shown in red here from the BVW. The blue line here is the 100-foot inner riparian from the river, perennial stream. This is the 200-foot outer riparian zone. So the property is within riverfront area. Barely within the buffer zone. There's just some landscaping work up front in the buffer zone. So as Mr. Meyer mentioned, the property was developed pre-96, prior to the Rivers Protection Act. So it's filed under redevelopment provisions in riverfront regs, which basically means we can't work closer to the stream. We are not. We're maintaining that 80 or so feet. It means we cannot do additional development unless we provide mitigation. We're not doing additional development. We're actually decreasing the impervious by 400 and some feet. So that's an improvement, a decrease in impervious. We must improve the riverfront area. And we're doing that by the reduction in impervious and also stormwater management.
Okay.
So there's an improvement there. We're reducing peak runoff rates, and we have a stormwater quality unit we're installing, sort of a storm scepter type of deal.
Would any of you know what the prior use of this building was before Webster 5 acquired it?
It was built as a bank.
Oh, it was?
People's Bank, I believe occupied by Fleet and closed in the early 90s.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
So in terms of the physical, I guess, parameters of the new building, same size as the old building? Bigger? Smaller?
Much smaller.
Okay.
The existing building is about 11,000 square feet on 2 floors. We'll call it 5,500 square feet per floor. The proposed building is 2,415 square feet.
One story?
Yes.
One story.
One story.
The attached Wi-Fi was one of the improvements, expanding up to 3 lanes.
Okay.
Well, with regard to erosion control, looking for that sheet, we have a perimeter barrier for run-on control from the back. We're doing a very short retaining wall around the back. And runoff control towards the street. We have designated stockpile area and staging areas up here. They'll be contained with stormwater, erosion control barriers, and we have a stabilized construction entrance to prevent tracking. And like I said, we have that erosion control sheet. Patrick, you know
It's on
what
the
sheet?
grading sheet. Sheet should be sheet 4.
That's not the real one. With the tire scrubber. Just to give them a quick look, so.
Oh, maybe it's on 2, on the demo 2.
That's what it's here.
It is, yeah. Sorry. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
So show the construction entrances, the stockpile areas, and the erosion control barrier on the demo plan.
And that's all I wanted to discuss with you. If you have any questions, we can try to answer.
Okay. I mean, it seems very straightforward. I mean, the reason you're here is because of the Rivers Act, basically, otherwise you wouldn't be here.
Right.
And, what you're proposing seems very reasonable. The fact that you're reducing impervious area is always a plus in my book, so. I have no questions. Do you, Tom? Michelle, any questions?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. I think we're all familiar with the site. I think we understand what the applicant intends to do here. So if there are no other questions, did you get a DEP number?
I was just gonna mention before you close, we did not, I emailed Judy today, and we didn't get one, so.
Okay, so we can't close tonight, so.
Yeah, we can come back, 28th, right?
Okay, the 28th.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, we have zoning board of appeals tomorrow evening for the impervious lot coverage.
Okay,
Although it's pre-existing over 15%, we still are required to seek the special permit.
sure.
And then on the 28th, we have the planning board meeting for standard site plan approval.
27th?
It's the day before.
It should
It should
be.
be Tuesday.
Yeah, 27th.
Right.
So 27th, we have planning board, so I think it would make sense to continue until we've been before those boards.
I mean, I'm going to make a suggestion, and I'll certainly, take the advice of my colleagues here. If the only thing that's holding up closing the public hearing is the DEP number, if we get the DEP number before the 28th, or you get it and provide it to us, I don't see, you can just go on Zoom and we can formally open and then close the public hearing at that time, if that's agreeable to you. And why wouldn't it be, right? Saves you a trip.
I'm happy to zoom in if that lines up right, yeah.
Okay, so in that case, given the fact that we need DEP to give us a number, we used to joke when they were delayed that we were always concerned that they ran out of numbers, but that seems something.
Well, I'm told they're hiring, so that's good.
Well, that is good,
They need it, yeah.
because we've had another recent applicant who
Who's been waiting?
waited for a couple meetings, so hopefully you'll get it sooner.
You
rather
have
than
to ask.
I think they did just bring on either 2 or 3 new people.
Yeah, that's great. They need
At the
it.
beginning of February, I want to say.
Good.
Yeah. So
They're
hopefully
overworked.
yeah, I was talking to Mia about it the other day, so hopefully it'll be quicker from now on.
All right, so is there a motion to continue the public hearing for 400 Southbridge Street to 2/28 at 7:05 PM?
So moved.
Is there a second? All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? It's a vote. Great. All right,
Thank
gentlemen,
you
thank you
very
very
much.
much.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Happy Valentine's.
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day. A lovely holiday.
Yes.
I'm just hungry, so there's that.
See, it's this.
You can probably hear my belly rumbling from that.
Yeah, we're gonna dig into the hill. We're gonna dig out the hill. And I'll make it all one level. Nice monitor. Yeah. Thank you.
Sounds like a happy customer.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
Good night.
All right, good night. So in terms of some other business, On January 15th, I sent a letter to Mr. Oded Carmi, manager of Carmi Holdings Mass LLC, for the debris at 15 St. Mark Street. I'm advised that Mr. Carmi has not responded to our letter, so would anyone be interested in entertaining an enforcement order?
Sure.
Okay, may I have a motion?
I say we send an enforcement order to Mr. Carmi.
Okay,
I'll second that.
all right, is there any discussion otherwise? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. I shouldn't say opposed, but I'll say opposed. It's a vote. And then finally, what is going on with Vinyl Street?
Vinyl Street?
Yeah,
Which one was?
that's the development, where they.
Oh, at the end of, at the dead end street?
Correct.
I am assuming they're still, so they got their positive determination, and I think that they're just putting a lot of plans together, because they obviously have to go before planning and
Right, I mean, they're proposing what, a pretty-
something, I think over 20 duplexes.
Yeah,
They're proposing a massive development, so.
Okay, all right.
I think that we were the first ones to actually, you know, we had put that, I don't know if we put an enforcement order or what it was that we put on
We did
them.
initially, and then they filed
Yeah.
a notice of intent, I'm sorry, a request for determination. We issued a positive determination, so.
Yeah,
We did that, what, back in December?
yeah, that was at least back in December. Yeah,
okay,
it was a
all
while
right.
ago.
I just, well, I mean, springtime is coming, there's snow on the ground now, so I would assume at some point we'll see something. So, okay.
Yeah.
Is there any other,
We've been up there to make sure that they're not doing anything.
Yeah, I know that I've gone in there
Okay.
recently.
I mean, not recently, but we can certainly, take a look. Is there any,
Say we in a very big term, because
Yeah.
I have not.
Yeah, no, yeah,
is there any other old business?
I don't think so, no.
Is there any new business?
I can't do the MACC thing.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to double check.
I'm not gonna be doing it, I'm probably gonna be sneaking some skiing, I hope.
Oh, okay.
Just
cool.
still snow around.
Yeah.
So, I know I haven't been in a few years. I think that's something that maybe Megan or Chris would benefit from, but again, we're
Oh,
all,
Chris, you were gonna talk about Chris.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna. I ran into him at the gym a couple weeks ago, and I guess he's been working a lot of 3 to 11 shifts.
okay,
So that's the reason that he hasn't been here for the last few meetings.
okay. All right, I just, again, we're a 5-member board, we need 3 people to be 10 for a quorum, so, hopefully, your niece will,
I'll talk to her.
apply.
I will check the car.
I know, I appreciate that. I
Yeah.
do.
And I'll talk to Patty too. I have to get her email address. I don't have her email address, but
Okay.
I'll talk to her too.
If there's nothing else, is there a motion to adjourn?
I adjourn, I motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
The power invested in
You're not adjourning until we say you can adjourn. Okay, all those in favor say aye?
Aye.
It's a vote. All right, everyone. Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Ash.
This conference is no longer being recorded.